Emperor Jimmu is traditionally regarded as the legendary first emperor of Japan and the founder of the imperial dynasty that continues to this day. His story is deeply rooted in Japanese mythology, religion, and early historical narratives. Emperor Jimmu's legacy not only symbolizes the birth of the Japanese nation, but also embodies the divine origins of the Japanese imperial family, as it is claimed he descended from the gods. His life and reign are entwined with Japan's spiritual and cultural identity, even though there are many aspects of his existence that remain shrouded in legend and myth. Mythological origins and early life. According to Japan's oldest historical records, such as the Kojiki, records of ancient matters, and the Nihon Shoki, chronicles of Japan, Emperor Jimmu was born with the divine name Iwarabiko no Mikoto. He was said to be a direct descendant of the sun goddess Amaterasu, one of the most important deities in Shinto, Japan's native religion. Amaterasu sent her grandson, Ninigi no Mikoto, to rule over the Japanese archipelago, and Jimmu was his great-grandson. This divine lineage is a critical aspect of the Japanese imperial family's claim to legitimacy and authority, as they are considered descendants of the gods. Jimmu was born in the region of Hyuga, located in present-day Miyazaki Prefecture on the island of Kyushu. His early years, as portrayed in myth, were filled with a sense of destiny. He and his brothers were said to have set out from their birthplace to expand their influence and fulfill their divine mission to unify Japan. The Eastward Expedition. One of the central stories of Emperor Jimmu's life is his Tosei, or Eastward Expedition, which symbolizes the establishment of imperial rule in Japan. At the time, Japan was divided into various tribal clans, each with its own leadership. Jimmu's goal was to unite these clans under a single imperial authority. He and his brothers initially faced numerous challenges as they traveled from Kyushu to Honshu, the main island of Japan. The myths recount that along their journey, they fought many battles, faced natural obstacles, and encountered resistance from local tribes. A famous incident during their journey was Jimmu's brother's death in a battle at Naniwa, modern-day Osaka. Despite this setback, Jimmu pressed on, with divine guidance aiding him on his quest. Divine assistance. Throughout Jimmu's journey, he is depicted as receiving divine assistance. The gods are said to have provided him with celestial weapons and strategic advice. For example, one notable legend describes how Amaterasu's messenger, Yatagarasu, a three-legged crow, guided Jimmu's forces through difficult terrain, leading them to victory. This motif of divine intervention and celestial support further reinforced the idea that Jimmu's rule was ordained by the gods. Jimmu's spiritual connection with the gods is crucial in understanding the religious and political authority of the Japanese emperors. By portraying Jimmu as a descendant of the gods, early Japanese chroniclers legitimized not only his reign but also the subsequent imperial dynasty. The belief in this divine right to rule permeated Japanese political thought and cultural identity for centuries. The founding of Yamato. The culmination of Jimmu's journey was the establishment of the Yamato state, which is considered the first centralized political entity in Japan. The Yamato region, located in modern-day Nara Prefecture, became the heart of Jimmu's kingdom and the cradle of Japanese imperial authority. According to legend, Jimmu ascended to the throne on February 11, 660 BCE, marking the official beginning of his reign as Japan's first emperor. This date was later adopted as a national holiday in Japan, known as Kigensetsu, Empire Day, and continues to be celebrated today as National Foundation Day, Kenkoku Kinen no Hi. Jimmu's establishment of the Yamato state laid the foundation for the development of Japan as a unified nation. The Yamato court, which he founded, would go on to play a pivotal role in Japanese politics, culture, and religion, influencing the country's development for centuries to come. Cultural and religious impact. The mythology surrounding Emperor Jimmu has had a profound impact on Japanese culture, religion, and politics. As a key figure in Shintoism, Jimmu is often venerated in shrines and is considered the epitome of the sacred nature of the Japanese imperial line. His story has been used to justify the divine origins of the emperor's authority, reinforcing the idea that Japan's rulers are connected to the gods. The imperial line's association with Shintoism became especially prominent in the Meiji period, 1868 to 1912, when the emperor was reinstated as the central figure in Japanese politics. During this time, Emperor Jimmu's legacy was evoked to promote the idea of kokutai, or national polity, which emphasized the unique and divine nature of the Japanese state and the emperor as its sacred leader. Jimmu's legendary life also influenced Japanese literature, art, and ritual. The Kojiki and Nihon Shoki, which detail his exploits, are among the oldest surviving Japanese texts and are foundational to Japanese historical and mythological literature. His legacy is also commemorated in numerous Shinto festivals and ceremonies. The historical debate. While Emperor Jimmu is a celebrated figure in Japanese mythology, there is significant debate among historians about the historical accuracy of his existence. Most historians consider Jimmu to be a legendary or semi-legendary figure, as there is little concrete archaeological evidence to support the events described in the ancient texts. The date of Jimmu's accession to the throne, 660 BCE, is seen as highly symbolic rather than factual, as Japan's recorded history does not begin until much later, during the Kofun period, c. 300 to 538 CE. The figure of Jimmu likely represents a blend of historical memory and mythological embellishment. Some scholars argue that Jimmu's story may have been inspired by the early migrations of powerful clans from Kyushu to the Yamato region, but it is difficult to separate historical facts from the layers of religious and political mythology that surround his narrative. Regardless of the historical uncertainty, Jimmu's role as a unifying symbol for the Japanese people remains important. His story provides a narrative of Japan's origins, one that connects the emperor and the nation to divine forces, legitimizing the power of the imperial institution. Legacy and modern recognition. In modern times, Emperor Jimmu continues to hold a revered place in Japanese history and culture, particularly in the context of Shinto traditions and national identity. His story is taught in schools, and his mythical journey is commemorated in various festivals and rituals. The Shinto shrine dedicated to Jimmu in Kashihara, Nara Prefecture, is a major site of pilgrimage for those wishing to pay their respects to Japan's first emperor. Additionally, Japan's National Foundation Day, celebrated annually on February 11th, serves as a reminder of Jimmu's role in the formation of the Japanese state. The holiday is a reflection of the continued importance of Jimmu's legacy in modern Japan, linking the present-day nation to its ancient mythological past. Conclusion. Emperor Jimmu is a figure of immense cultural, religious, and political significance in Japan. Though much of his story is entwined with mythology, his legacy as the founder of the Japanese imperial line endures. His life and reign, as recounted in ancient texts, symbolize the unity of the Japanese people under a divine ruler and the spiritual connection between the emperor and the gods. Whether viewed as a historical or mythical figure, Jimmu's influence on Japanese history and identity is profound, continuing to resonate in the cultural and political fabric of the nation today. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel